at the end of the day, we never gave up. It doesn't matter who plays. It doesn't matter if the young guy's going to play. We never give up, and
So, with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers facing off in the first round of this year's NBA playoffs, Giannis has already been on a tear to end the season, and with the Pacers and Bucks facing off 4 times this year, Milwaukee claimed 3 out of the 4 games, and regardless if you want to say Dame was there for some games or not, Giannis remains the dominant factor as to why this team is so dangerous. But with the Pacers wanting to shut that down, will Giannis still be able to be effective? Well, that's why we're all here to analyze it. It all starts out with his ability to get out on that open floor to attack the rim, as when Giannis sees that attack in the middle of the floor will result in the defense closing in on him, he decides to use his push cross to go towards that outside of Mathurin, and as you can see, Turner is now a step behind the play, leaving no one to cover the rim, and so by the time Giannis gets there, it's too late for anyone to stop him. This speed when pushing downhill is one of the scariest things for defenders, because even if they try to poke out their chest and be ready to absorb that contact, Giannis will just bully right into him, moving them out the way completely, and once again, it's an easy deuce. You'll see these times where the defense fails to communicate effectively, as here you can see Miles Turner telling Siakam to cover Giannis, but here's the thing, regardless of who covers him, someone should already be up close on him to stop his momentum, because when you allow Giannis to have a head of steam and push downhill while both defenders are confused, all this does is present a wide open runway for him to go get a bucket. I know it may look quite simple, and hey, there's no catch to it, because it is. I know most guys like to use a fancy handle to break past their defender to pursue the rim, but with Giannis, all it takes is the defender getting slightly out of place, and right here, I'm sure we all know which angle he's going to take to attack. With no one in his sights to stop him on this pursuit, Giannis rushes up the middle of the floor right to the rim like a running back trying to get a first down, and with Mathurin sliding over way too late and Turner never really fully committing, Giannis just beats everyone down the floor to lay it right in. Now look, it's not just in the full court where he uses the speed to his advantage, as if he's posted up and sees the double coming his way, Giannis will use that speed to evade the situation completely, and I mean hey, look at the floor. Obi Toppin is the best guy they have to contest Giannis at the rim, but between me and you, we all know he's not stopping this. For a big man, that burst of speed Giannis has is something you don't see a lot, so even though it may not seem like a huge deal, all Giannis needs is that half step on you to consider yourself beat. And even if the help defender is shifting over to cut him off, here's where that slight finesse comes in handy as he used the Euro step into the lane, and this one ends in an and one. A lot of the time, defenders will sit back and be ready for Giannis to attack the rim as they think this is what will set him up for the best chance at stopping him. But the thing is, once you brace yourself for what you think will be a bully ball post up, he shows you he has some tricks up his sleeve as he spins off Siakam here in a blink of an eye, and before you can even react, he's slamming it home. Yeah, so load up all you want, but there's no preparing yourself for someone who will come at you with relentless aggression, and let's say he doesn't want to just use brute force to get past you when the defense is dropped back waiting on him. Well, I want you all to look at this left side of the floor. Okay, you can see that everyone is literally on that side of the court. Now that's not for no reason. This is so Giannis has this whole right side to operate, so by attacking left initially, this makes Siakam rotate his hips to be ready to defend a drive going this way, but this here is all a setup. Because like we stated, this right side of the floor is butt naked. So Giannis uses Siakam's footing against himself and spins right off into the outside to stretch out for a kiss off the glass. Like I said, everything Giannis does isn't just reckless run and gun offense. Such as on this play here, Giannis is going to rock Turner to sleep with his size up, and at this moment, I want you all to look at Turner's feet. Now if you're wondering why I'm even asking you to look at such thing, well it's for you to see that he is now flat footed. This right here is probably one of the worst things you can do in basketball, and it makes it even worse when you're guarding someone who's known for attacking the basket, as Giannis can now explode out that size up to attack the right side, and with his nearly 65% field goal percentage versus the Pacers this year, you might as well chalk up the points. During this 4-game series they played during the regular season, Giannis averaged 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, and trust me, it wasn't just the drive when Giannis starts the possession that had the defense scrambling. With Giannis always fishing for ways to get open to receive the ball, on this play, you're going to see Top in front the post so it doesn't make for an easy entry. But listen up, this only works if something else happens. When you front a big man, you're now relying on this backside man to be pretty close to help, because this now sandwiches in the offensive player, making it to where the passer doesn't want to send it over the top due to a turnover being a possibility. So as we roll the film, we're going to see Bobby Portis flash to the middle of the floor, but why is that? Well, with the threat of Portis being able to pull up for that mid-range shot, this forces Turner to follow him up the floor, which takes away any backside help, and bada bing, the float over the top is made simple, and Giannis can finish this off with some style. This off-ball movement is something the defense always has to be aware of, because if you allow Giannis to get behind you even for a split second, you're now in a world of trouble, as this angle to the rim is the perfect way to allow your defense to be dismantled. Even if it's not him sliding behind defenders on post-ups, Giannis can tell Prince to clear out to set up this two-man action with Dame, and when used as a screener, it's highly important that the defense has principles in place to not give up a gap of space, or else we already know what happens next. I know defenders want to slow him or whoever has the ball down so they can't create open looks, but the thing is, you must stay engaged the whole play and not think you have him stalled out. Because just because he doesn't have the ball doesn't mean he can't use that speed to his advantage when gunning to the paint, and boy is this where things just get nasty. Each and every single game, the Pacers will need to do all they can to keep Giannis at the paint, but I mean hey, if we're both being honest, we already know he's going to be able to get 2 feet inside when he feels like it. Now what the Pacers will do is send a double at him to test his passing skills, and unlike years prior, Giannis has improved his vision on the floor, so here's where he can step through while not telegraphing this pass, and right here you can see that nobody expected this pass to zip to the corner for a Gary Trent 3-pointer. As defenses scheme to just pack the paint and collapse on Giannis at any side of a drive incoming, he's getting better at making them pay for leaving a shooter open. And it's crazy to see, but on these fast breaks, he'll have one defender close to him who should be the one to stop, or shall I say stay with him on his way to the basket, but with the defense weary of Turner not being able to get in front, you can see that Halliburton is locked in on Giannis as well. But hold on, this is a major problem. If you look right next to Hallie, you can see that Prince is in stride to the basket to position himself for a layup. So once Giannis uses that push cross to break Turner, he now attracts full attention from Hallie in transition, and this no look pass to Prince just becomes easy. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Giannis is going to take over this series with his passing skills, as he's not Nikola Jokic or anything, but with his ability to make quick reads out the pick and roll, and give up the ball early to set his guys up before the defense collapses in on him, this will make it even harder for the Pacers to slow him down. Sure, they can bank on other guys scoring, which would make their scheme of packing the paint seem successful, but with his newly found confidence in that mid-range pull-up, he isn't afraid to let it fly if you're not up on him, and this right here is straight cash. This first round matchup won't be easy by any means, as Giannis will have to carry a significant load with Damian Lillard being out, but it seems like this is the exact predicament Giannis thrives in. In the last month of the regular season, he put on a show, just displaying his high level of skill and dominance, and against this fast-paced Pacers team, he's gonna need to bring that aggression more than ever. Everybody drop your comments below on what you think the series outcome will be, and why. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I truly thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.